to the power of intention. You will be examining your inner speech, your level of energy, and your self importance. These three categories can create almost insurmountable blocks to connecting to intention, what they are mismatched. Taken one at a time, you will have the opportunity to become aware of these blockages and explore ways of overcoming them. There is a game show that has aired on television for several decades now in syndication. It is called the Match Game. The object of this game is to match up your thoughts and potential responses with that of someone on your team, usually a partner or family member. A question or statement is given to one partner, and several possible responses are offered. The more matches made in competition with two other couples, the more points received. The winner is the one with the most matches. I would like to play the match game with you. In my version, I'm asking you to match up with the universal spirit of intention. As we go through the three categories of obstacles that hinder your connection to intention, I will describe the areas that don't match and offer suggestions for creating a match. Remember that your ability to activate the power of intention in your life depends on your matching up with the creative uh,
Source of our life.
matching up with the creative source of all life. Match up with that source, and you win the prize of being like the source and the power of intention. Fail to match up, and the power of intention eludes you. Your inner speech, match or no match. We can go all the way back to the Old Testament to find a reminder about our inner dialogue. For instance, as a man thinketh, so is he. Generally, we apply this idea of becoming what we think to our positive thoughts. That is, think positively and you will produce positive results. But thinking also creates stumbling blocks that produce negative results. Below are four ways of thinking that Below are four ways of thinking that can prevent you from reaching for and connecting to the universal creative spirit of intention. Number one, thinking about what is missing in your life. To match up with intention, you first have to catch yourself in that moment. You are thinking about what is missing. Then shift to intention. Not what I find missing in my life, but to what I absolutely intend to manifest and attract into my life. With no doubts, no waffling, and no explaining. Here are some suggestions to help you break the habit of focusing your thoughts on what is missing. Play a version of the match game and match up with the all creative force. No match. I don't have enough money. Match. I intend to attract unlimited abundance into my life. No match. My partner is grouchy and boring. Match. I intend to focus my thoughts on what I love about my partner. No match. I'm not as attractive as I would like to be. Match. I'm perfect in the eyes of God, a divine manifestation of the process of creation. No match. I don't have enough vitality and energy. Match. I'm a part of the ebb and flow of the limitless source of all life. Okay. This is not a game of empty affirmations. It is a way of matching yourself to the power of intention and recognizing that what you think about expands. If you spend your time thinking about what is missing, then that is what expands in your life. Monitor your inner dialogue and match your thoughts to what you want and intend to create. Number two, thinking about the circumstances of your life. If you don't like some of the circumstances of your life, by all means, don't think about them. This may sound like a paradox to you in this match game. You want to catch up with the spirit of creation. You must train your imagination, which is the universal mind running through you, to shift from what you don't want to what you do want. All of that mental energy you spend complaining about what is to anyone who will listen is a magnet for attracting more of what is into your life. You and only you can overcome the impediment because you have put it on your path to intention. Simply change your inner speech to what you intend the new circumstances of your life to be. Practice thinking from the end by playing the match game and by realigning yourself with the field of intention. Here are some examples of a no match versus a match for the inner dialogue relating to the circumstances of your life. No match. I hate this place we are living in. It gives me the creeps. Match. I can see our new home in my mind and I intend to be living in it within 6 months. No match. When I see myself in the mirror, I despise the fact that I'm nearsighted and out of shape. Match. I'm placing the drawing of how I intend to look right here on my mirror. No match. I dislike the work I am doing and the fact that I am not appreciated. Match. I will act upon my inner intuitive impulses to create the work or job of my dreams. No match. I hate the fact that I am sick so often and always seem to be getting colds. Match. I am divine health. I intend to act in healthy ways and attract the power to strengthen my immune system in every way I can. You must learn to assume responsibilities for the circumstances of your life without any accompanying guilt. The circumstances of your life are not the way they are because of karmic karmic debt or because you are being punished. The circumstances of your life, including your health, are yours. Somehow they showed up in your life. So just assume that you participated in all of it. Your inner speech is uniquely your own creation, and it is responsible for attracting more of the circumstances that you don't want. Link up with your intention. Use your inner speech to stay focused on what you intend to create, and you will find yourself regaining the power of your source. Number three, thinking about what has always been. When your inner speech focuses on the way things have always been, you act upon your thoughts of what you has always been, and the universal all creating force continues to deliver what has always been. Why? Because your imagination is a part of that which imagined you into existence. It's the force of creation, and you are using it to work against you with your inner speech. Imagine the absolute spirit thinking like this: I can't create life anymore because things have not worked for me in the past. There have been so many mistakes in the past, and I can't stop thinking about them. How much creating do you think would occur if spirit imagined in this way? How can you possibly connect to the power of intention if your thoughts, which are responsible for your intention, focus on all that has gone before, which you abhor? The answer is obvious, and so is the solution. Make a shift and catch yourself when you are focusing on what always has been, and move your inner speech to what you intend to manifest. You will get points in this match game by being on the same team as the absolute spirit. No match. I have always been poor. I was raised on shortages and scarcity. Match. I intend to attract wealth and prosperity in unlimited abundance. No match. We are always fought in this relationship. Match. I'll work at being peaceful and not allowing anyone to bring me down. No match. My children have never shown me any respect. Match. I intend to teach my children to respect all of life and I will treat them in the same way. No match. I can't help feeling this way. It is my nature. I have always been this way. Match. I'm a divine creation, capable of thinking like my creator. I intend to substitute love and kindness for feelings of inadequacy. It's my choice. The match items reflect a rapport with the originating spirit. The no match statements represent interference that you have constructed to keep you from matching up with intention. Any thought that takes you backward is an impediment to manifesting desires. The highest functioning people understand that if you don't have a story, you you don't have to live up to it. Get rid of any parts of your story that keep you focused on what has always been. Number 4, thinking about what they want for you. There is probably a long list of people, most of them relatives, who have strong ideas about what you should be doing, how you should be thinking and worshipping, where you should be living, how you should be scheduling your life, and how much of your time you should be spending with them, especially on special occasions and holidays. Our definition of friendship thankfully excludes the manipulation and guilt that we so often put up within our families. Inner dialogue that commiserates about the manipulative expectation of others ensure that this kind of conduct continues to flow into my life. If your thoughts are on what others expect of you, even though you despise their expectations, you will continue to act on and attract more of what they want and expect for you. Removing the obstacle means that you decide to shift your inner space to what you intend to create and attract into your life. You must do this with unswerving intent and a commitment to not giving mental energy to what others feel about you live your life. Like feel about how you live your life. This can be a tough assignment at first, but you will welcome the shift when you do it. Practice catching yourself when you have a thought of what others want for you and ask yourself, does this expectation match up with my own? If not, simply laugh at the absurdity of being upset or frustrated over the expectation of others about how you should be running your life. There is a way to match up and become impervious to the criticism of others and simultaneously put a stop to the insidious practice of continuing to attract into your life something you don't want. But the big payoff is that these critics realize that their judgments and critics are pointless. So they simply digest a 3-4-1 bonus achieved by shifting your intention away from what others want or expect for you to how you want to live your life. Here are a few examples of how to win at the match game. No match. I'm so annoyed with my family. They just don't understand me and they never have. Match. I love my family. They don't see things my way, but I don't expect them to. I'm totally focused on my own intentions and I send them love. No match. I make myself sick trying to please everyone else. Match. I'm on purpose and doing what I signed up to do in this lifetime. Somebody else want to read or I can continue?
You finish this part, then someone can just take up.
Okay. Okay. No match. I feel so unappreciated by those I serve that it sometimes makes me cry. Match. I do what I do because it's my purpose and my destiny to do so. No match. No matter what I do or say, it seems as if one second. No matter what I do or say, it seems as if I can't win. Match. I do what my heart tells me to do with love, kindness, and beauty. Your level of energy, match or no match. Yeah, Deepa, you can take over. Yeah.
Yeah, Deepa, you want to read?
Yeah, good morning. Is there anyone else?
No, no, no.
Shall
You
I
can.
start then? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone wants to read, please put your name so you can read next.
Your level of energy, match or no match? A scientist will tell you that energy is measured by speed and the size of the wave being created. The size of the wave is measured from low to high and slow to fast. Anything else that we attribute to the conditions we see in our world is a judgment imposed upon those pulsating frequencies. That being said, I'd like to introduce a judgment of my own here. Higher energy is better than lower energy. Why? Because this is a book written by a man who stands for healing, love, kindness, health, abundance, beauty, compassion, and similar expressions. And these expressions are associated with higher and faster energies. The impact of the higher and faster frequencies on lower and slower frequencies can be measured. And it is in this regard that you can make a huge impact on eradicating the energy factors in your life that are obstructing your connection to intention. The purpose of moving up the frequency ladder is to change your vibratory level of energy so that you are at the higher and faster frequencies where your energy level matches up with the highest frequencies of all. the energy of the all-creating spirit of intention itself. It was Albert Einstein who observed, nothing happens until something moves. Nothing happens until something moves. Everything in this universe is a movement of energy. Higher, faster energy dissolves and converts lower, slower energy. With this in mind, I like to consider yourself and that's right. Mansi, you don't need to scroll up. I'm using the share. You're an energy system, not just a system of bones, fluids, and cells,
So why
but
is it
isolating.
Deepa? Is it for everyone or just for me?
Sorry?
I just missed some parts of your voice while you're reading. Is it for me
Yeah,
or?
Sorry,
breaking.
Mansi, what did you say?
Breaking.
Yeah,
My
your voice
voice
is
is breaking, no?
Yeah, yeah. Can you just read a little again, like from this part, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
One second.
everything.
Fluids, and cells.
And again, it's the same.
It's just the same, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm changing the place where I'm sitting.
Actually, while you're talking, it's clear, but then while you're reading the book, there is breakage in the voice.
Yeah, one second. I'm just sitting in a different place. Okay, that's right. Need to scroll up a bit, Mansi.
That
Okay,
paragraph.
everything in this universe is a movement of energy. Higher, faster energy dissolves and converts lower, slower energy. With this in mind, I'd like you to consider yourself and all of your thoughts in the context of being an energy system. Am I better now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes, Deepa.
That's right. Yeah, please scroll up a bit. That's right. You're an energy system, not just a system of bones, fluids, and cells, but actually a multitude of systems encapsulating an inner energy system of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This energy system that can be measured and calibrated. Every thought you have can be energetically calibrated along with its impact on your body and your environment. The higher your energy, the more capable you are of nullifying and converting lower energies, which weaken you and impacting in a positive way everyone in your immediate and even distant surroundings. The objective in this section is to become aware of your own energy level and the actual frequencies of thought that are regularly employed in daily life. You can become proficient at raising your energy level and permanently energetic expressions that weaken or inhabitate your connection or intention. Ultimately, your goal is to have a perfect match with the highest frequency of all. Here is a simple explanation of the 5 levels of energy that you can work with, moving from the lowest and slowest frequencies to the highest and fastest. The first one is the material world, so that it is approximately, I'm just a little bit, one second. Now, commensurate with your sense perception of the world boundaries, of the world of boundaries. Everything that you see and touch is energy slowed down so that it appears to be coalesced mass. Your eyes and fingers agree. And there you have the physical world. The second one is the sound world. You you seldom perceive sound waves with your eyes, but they can also high, low, fast, slow. The sound level of energy is where you connect to the highest frequencies of spirit through the practice of japa meditation or the repetition of the sound of God, as I have written about extensively in Getting in the Jap. Third one, the light world. Light moves faster than the material world and faster than sound. Yet, there is actually there are no particles to form a substance called light. What you see as red is what your eye perceives certain pulsating frequencies to be. And what you perceive as violet is even faster and higher frequency. When light is brought to darkness, darkness becomes light. The implications for this are startling. Low energy, when faced with high energy, experiences an automatic conversion. The thought world. Your thoughts are extremely high frequencies or pulsating that are beyond the speed of sound and even light. The frequency of thought can be measured, and the impact that you have on your body and your environment can be calculated. Once again, the same rule applies. Higher frequencies nullify lower. Faster energies convert slower. A colleague I admire a work which I have referenced often, called Power versus Force. In this remarkable book, Dr. Hawkins elaborates on the lower frequencies of thought and the accompanying emotion and how they can be impacted and converted by exposure to higher and faster frequencies. I urge you to read his book, and I'll present some of those findings in the section on rising your energy levels. Every thought you have can be calculated to determine if it is strengthening or weakening your ability to reconnect to the highest and fastest energy in the universe. The fifth one is the spirit world. Here is the ultimate in energy. These frequencies are so supersonically rapid that the presence of disorder, disharmony, and even disease is impossible. These measurable energies consist of the 7 phases of intention written about throughout the pages of this book. They are the energies of creation. When you reproduce them in yourself, you reproduce the same frequent, creative quality of life that called you into existence. They are the qualities of creativity, kindness, love, beauty, expansion, peaceful abundance, and repetitively. These are the highest energies of universal spirit itself. You came into existence from this energy and you can match up with it energetically as you remove the lower energy pulsating from your thoughts and feelings. Consider these words of the Nobel Prize winning physicist Max Planck as he accepted his willful study of the atom. As a man who has devoted his whole life to the most clear-headed science, to the study of matter, I can tell you, as the result of my research about atoms, this much: there is no matter as such. All matters originates and exits only by virtue of force which brings the particles of an atom to vibrate and holds this most minute solar system of the atom together. We must assume behind this force the existence of conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is a matrix of all matter. It is this mind that you urge to match up. This is like Chidambaram Rahasyam from the temple in Chidambaram. Okay. Okay, thank you. Would anyone like to take over?
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Raising your
morning.
energy level. Every thought you have has an energy that will either strengthen or weaken you. It's obviously a good idea to eliminate the thoughts that weaken you, since these thoughts are obstacles to creating a winning match with the universal, supreme source of intention. Take a moment to ponder the meaning behind Anthony de Mello's observation in 1 minute wisdom. Why is everyone here so happy except me? Because they have learned to see godness and beauty everywhere, said the master. Why don't I see godness and beauty everywhere? Because you cannot see outside of you what you fail to see inside. So beautiful. What you may fail to see inside is a result of how you choose to process everything and everyone in your world. You project onto the world what you see inside, and you fail to project into the world what you feel to see inside. If you knew that you were an expression of the universal spirit of intention, that's what you would see. You would raise your energy level beyond any possibility of encumbrances to your connection to the power of intention. It is only discord acting within your own feelings that will ever deprive you of every good thing that life holds for you. If you understand this simple observation, you will curb interferences into intention. There is a vibratory action to your thoughts, your feelings, and your body. I'm asking you to increase those frequencies so they are high enough to allow you to connect to the power of intention. This may sound like an oversimplification, but I hope you will try raising your energy level as a way to improve the obstacles that prevent you from experiencing the perfection you are a part of. You cannot remedy anything by condemning it. You only add to the destructive energy that's already permeating the atmosphere of your life. You only add to the destructive energy that's already permeating the atmosphere of your life. When you react to the lower energies, you encounter with your own lower energies. You are actually setting up a situation that attracts more of that lower energy. For example, if someone behaves in a hateful manner toward you and you respond by hating them for hating you, you are participating in a lower energy field and impacting all who enter that field. If you are angry to those around you for being angry people, you are attempting to remedy the situation through condemnation. Don't use weakening energies employed by those around you. Other people cannot bring you down if you are operating at the higher energies. Why? Because higher and faster energies nullify and convert lower and slower energies, not the reverse. If you feel that the lower energies of those around you are bringing you down, it's because you are joining them at their energy levels. Wow. If you feel that lower energies of those around you are bringing you down, it's because you are joining them at their energy levels. Your unbending intention may be to be slim and healthy. You know that the universal, all creative spirit brought you into existence in that microscopic dot of human cellular tissue, not to be sickly, overweight, or unattractive, but to create love, be kind, and express beauty. This is what the power of intention intended for you to become. Now, get this, you cannot attract attractiveness into your life by hating anyone about what you have allowed yourself to become. Why? Because hatred creates a counter force of hatred. that empowers your efforts. Here is how Dr. Hawkins describes it in Power versus Force. Simple kindness to oneself and all that lives is the most powerful transformational force of all. It produces no backlash, has no downside, and never leads to loss or despair. It increases one's own true power without exacting any toll. But to reach maximum power, such kindness can permit no exceptions, nor can it be practiced with the expectation of some selfish reward. And its effect is as far reaching as it is subtle. Note that kindness is one of the seven faces of intention. He adds further that which is injurious loses its capacity to harm when it is brought into the light, and we attract to us that which we emanate. The lesson is clear in terms of removing lower energy obstacles. We must raise ourselves to the levels of energy where we are the light we see, where we are the happiness we desire, where we are the love we feel is missing, where we are the unlimited abundance we crave. By being it, we attract it to us. By condemning its absence, we ensure that condemnation and discord will continue to flow into our lives. If you are experiencing scarcity, anguish, depression, an absence of love, or any inability to attract what you desire, seriously look at how you have been attracting these circumstances into your life. Lower energy is an attractor pattern. It shows up because you have sent for it. Even if on a subconscious level, it's still yours and you own it. However, if you practice deliberately raising your energy level by being cognizant of your immediate environment, you will move rather rapidly toward intention and remove all of those self imposed roadblocks. The obstacles are in the low energy spectrum. A mini program for raising your energy vibrations. Here's the short list of suggestions for moving your energy field to a higher, faster vibration. This will help you accomplish the twofold objective of removing the barriers and allows the power of intention to work with and through you. Become conscious of your thoughts. Every thought you have impacts, every thought you have impacts you. By shifting in the middle of a weakening thought to one that strengthens, you raise your energy vibration and strengthen yourself and the immediate energy field. For example, in the midst of saying something to one of my teenage children that was intended to make her feel ashamed of her conduct, I stopped and reminded myself that there is no remedy in condemnation. I proceeded to extend love and understanding by asking her how she felt about her self defeating behavior and what she would like to do to correct it. The shift raised the energy level and led to a productive conversation. Raising the energy level to a place where my daughter and I connected to the power of intention took place in a split second of my by becoming aware of my low energy thinking and making a decision to raise it. We all have the ability to call this presence and power of intention into action when we become conscious of our thoughts. Make meditation a regular practice in your life. Even if it's only for a few moments each day while sitting at a stoplight, this practice is vital. Take some time to be silent and repeat the sound of God as an inner mantra. Meditation allows you to make conscious contact with your source and regain the power of intention by assisting you in cultivating a receptivity that matches up with the force of creation. Become conscious of the foods you eat. There are foods that calibrate low, and there are high energy foods as well. Foods with toxic chemicals sprayed on them will make you weak, even if you have no idea that the toxins are present. Artificial foods such as sweeteners are low energy products. In general, foods high in alkalinity, such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, soy, non yeast breads, and virgin olive oil, calibrate at a high end and will strengthen you on muscle testing, while highly acidic foods such as flour based cereals, meats, dairy, and sugars calibrate at lower energies, which will weaken you. This is not an absolute for everyone. However, you can detect how you feel after consuming certain foods. And if you feel weak, lethargic, and fatigued, you can be pretty sure you have allowed yourself to become a low energy system, which will attract more of the same low energy into your life. Retreat from low energy substances. I discussed in chapter 1 how I learned that total sobriety was absolutely essential for me to achieve the level of consciousness I craved and was destined to achieve. Alcohol and virtually all artificial drugs, legal and otherwise, lower your body's energy level and weaken you. Furthermore, they put you in a position to continue to attract more disempowering energy into your life. Simply by consuming low energy substances, you will find people with similar low energy showing up regularly in your life. They will want you to buy these substances for you, party with you as you get high, and urge you to do it again after your body recovers from the devastation of these low energy substances. Become conscious of the energy level of the music you listen to. Harsh, pounding, musical vibrations with repetitive, loud sounds lower your energy level and weaken you, your ability to make conscious contact with intention. Similarly, the lyrics of hate, pain, anguish, fear, and violence are low energies, sending weakening messages to your subconscious and infiltrating your life with similar attractor energies. If you want to attract violence, then listen to the lyrics of violence and make violent music a part of your life. If you want to attract peace and love, then listen to the higher musical vibrations and lyrics that reflect your desires. Become aware of the energy levels of your home environment. Prayers, paintings, crystals, statues, spiritual passages, books, magazines, the colors on your walls, and even the arrangement of your furniture all create energy into which you are catapul- catapulted for at least half of your waking life. While this may seem silly or absurd, I urge you to transcend your conditioned thinking and have a mind that's open to everything. The ancient Chinese art of feng shui has been with us for thousands of years and is a gift from our ancestors. It describes ways to increase the energy field of our home and workplace. Become aware of how being in higher energy surroundings impacts us in ways that strengthen our lives and remove barriers to our connection to intention. Reduce your exposure to the very low energy of commercial and cable television. Children in America see 12,000 simulated murders in their living room before their 14th birthday. Television, news, programming puts a heavy emphasis on bringing the bad and the ugly into your home. and in large part, leaving out the good. It's a constant stream of negativity that invades your living space and attracts more of the same into your life. Violence is the main ingredient of television entertainment, intersper- interspersed with commercial breaks sponsored by the huge drug cartels telling us that happiness is found in their pills. The viewing public is told that it needs all sorts of low energy medicines to overcome every mental and physical malady known to humankind. My conclusion is that the majority of television shows provide a steady stream of low energy most of the time. This is one of the reasons I have elected to devote a significant portion of my time and effort in support of non commercial public television and help replace messages of negativity, hopelessness, violence, profanity, and disrespect with a higher principles that match up with the principle of intention. Enhance your energy field with photographs. You may find it difficult to believe that photography is a form of energy reproduction and that every photograph contains energy. See your See for yourself by strategically placing photographs taken in moments of happiness, love, and receptivity to spiritual help around your living quarters, in your workplace, in your automobile, and even on your clothing or in a pocket or a wallet. Arrange photographs of nature, animals, and expressions of joy and love in your environment. And let their energy radiate into your heart and provide you with their higher frequency. Become conscious of the energy levels of your acquaintances, friends, and extended family. You can raise your own energy levels by being in the energy field of others who resonate closely to spiritual consciousness. Choose to be in close proximity to people who are empowering, who appeal to your sense of connection to intention, who see the greatness in you, who feel connected to God, and who live a life that gives evidence that Spirit has found celebration through them. Recall that higher energy nullifies and converts lower energy. So be conscious of being in the presence of and interacting with higher energy people who are connected to spirit and living the life they were intended to. Stay in the energy field of higher energy people, and your anger, hate, fear, and depression will melt, magically converting to the higher expressions of intention. So, should we take up or should we stop? I think.
Oh, I just did not see the time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'll just see how much is there. Like, I don't. Yeah, I think these are 2 points that we can cover and then stop. Maybe
Okay.
there are these qualities, right?
Yeah,
There.
yeah. We can cover these 2 points.
Yeah. Where is it? I just missed it.
हाँ थोड़ा हाँ हाँ become of conscious of the energy.
No, no, no. Foods you eat.
नहीं 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 ये
This
हो
is
गया मानसी हो गया नीचे
okay.
चलो
Okay. Um,
हो गया ये भी हो गया टेलीविजन
monitor
एक
activity.
मिनट एक ऊपर करो हाँ
This
become
one
conscious
is,
of the energy levels of your
yeah. I'll
acquaintances.
just see where till where to read. Just to give me a minute, huh?
हाँ बस यहाँ तक करेंगे 2 पॉइंट्स
ये
कवर
extended वाला extend acts of kindness वाला कल
हाँ
परसों ये दो
या बस ये 2 पॉइंट्स कवर कर लेते
ओके या
Become conscious of the energy levels of your acquaintances, friends, and extended family. You can raise your own energy levels by being in the energy field of others who resonate closely to spiritual consciousness. Choose to be in close proximity. ये भी हो गया नीचे वाला करना है ये साधु संग हाँ. Monitor your activities and where they take place. Avoid low energy fields where there is excessive alcohol, drug consumption, or violent behavior, and gatherings where religious or ethnic exclusion and vitriolic prejudice or judgment are the focus. All of these kinds of venues discourage you from raising your energy and encourage you to match up with lower deliberating energy. Immerse yourself in nature, appreciating its beauty, spending time camping, hiking, swimming, taking nature walks, and reveling in the natural world. Attend lectures on spirituality, take a yoga class, give or receive a massage, visit monasteries or meditation centers, and commit to helping others in need with visits to the elderly in geriatric centers, or sick children in hospitals. Every activity has an energy field. Choose to be in places where the energy fields reflect the seven phases of intention. Extend acts of kindness, asking for
Stop.
nothing in return.
Deepika, this is long, so let's
Okay,
stop here.
let's stop. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Attention, I did not see. I was so engrossed in listening. Yeah. Yeah, we are open for discussion. We'll just keep it short today because we're out of time, and we'll close in a 10 to 20
Yeah.
minutes max.
Mansi,
Yeah,
shall I give my insight first?
yeah, go on, go on.
Yeah. So the segment which I was reading, no, where the writer talks about nothingness, there is nothing in this universe, and the atom itself is a mini minor solar system, and the vibration is what creates everything. So there is this temple in Tamil Nadu, in the city of Chidambaram. It's called Chidambaram Rahasya. Rahasya means as a secret. So when you enter the temple, it's a Shiva temple. So when you go into the inner sanctum, actually there is nothingness. There is no idol. There's nothing, and that is the secret of the universe. So that this writer has captured in a very beautiful way. So I wanted to share that with you. If possible, all of us should make a visit, pilgrimage to that temple. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, you mentioned something like that. So, can you shed a little light on that? Like, what's in the temple? Like, what is it about the temple or something? Secret of the
Yeah, it
universe.
is about the cosmos. It depicts cosmos. It depicts this energy, vibration. Lord Shiva is nothing but energy, vibration, and it depends on your frequency, how you visualize it. So there is no idol there. You don't see a Shivaling or Nataraj Kamurti, nothing there. So the final secret, the real secret of this universe is we come from nothingness, we go into nothingness. In between is life. So it's a very profound philosophical thought. And without mentioning the Chidambaram secret or the Chidambaram Rahasya, that is what the writer has conveyed here. So reading that segment, we'll relate to it much better. And we can actually do a group tour to that temple. It's a very beautiful, very ancient temple. So our
Where is
ancestors
it?
knew about this concept of vibration, energy, low frequency to high, high to low, and even the atom is constructed in the form of a solar system. So it's a metaphysical, spiritual, and all that. It's a very profound idea.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very beautiful. Where it is in Hyderabad itself?
Tamil Nadu.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll put a link to that temple, and if I'll see and Google about it.
Yeah.
That segment, no, he talks about that only, without mentioning the temple, without mentioning the Shiva's energy there.
Oh, wow. No, no, actually, see, I don't know if the author has not mentioned about the temple. Maybe he's not even aware of it. So we don't know.
Oh, he will be aware. He will be aware.
Concept,
All these foreigners, no, they are more aware about our system than us, actually. He
yeah,
mentions,
yeah.
started with G.D. Krishnamurti, no?
Mhm.
So there are many references to Hinduism.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what I wanted to add is like see, these are universal truths is what I have understood. So
Mm.
many people and many things they just talk about it in different ways in their own form or in their own language. But basically, maybe they're aware or not aware of each other's references. But still, I feel the knowledge is the same. So I'll just share my experience with this, like with your share, not particularly in the book, but I remember like and I feel all of these things comes to us at the right time and place when we are maybe ready to receive is what I feel, or maybe when it's time for us to work on that path or something like that. For me, many years back, I remember I was doing this one course. Called Brahma Vidya in our this thing, suggested by my one of the close friends, and she was vouching for it. And this was one course, like it was something where they teach you breathing practices and all of that. So they have taught us some seven, no nine principles of this thing. Nine qualities or nine principles, something, and there was this affirmation. Okay, there was this affirmation in this which said, I am whole, I am complete, and there was this nine qualities which were there in this affirmation. And surprisingly, I did that course, and so it's basically those nine qualities. I don't remember that exactly, but I'll try to share it. So it's basically, I am whole, I am complete, I am powerful, something, some nine principles like that. And then after, when I was going through this, and when I had done that course and I did it all, after a while I just happened to stumble upon this book, The Secret. It's a very famous book, we all know about it. So The Secret, and exact same words were repeated in that, same words. So I cannot like vouch that Rhonda Bryan must have done Brahma Vidya, right? But the principles are same and exact words, not even they change. Any word was not different. Like every the secret in one part you see that they have given that. And if you see now, even Sister Shivani talks about these qualities. So even she talks about those qualities, those seven or some qualities, right? She says that these are the soul qualities. We should always connect with them every day, kind of a thing. Like I am powerful, I am loving. So these are same things. Even if you see in Bhagavad Gita, in so many places, these are the same things. If you see, you find different references to them in different maybe culture wise. Maybe in Egyptian culture, they'll give you something else. But the principles are same because these are universal principles, and I think we just need to tap into them. And as we are living by them, we just fall into place. And everyone, as based on our own upbringing and what we connect more with, I think we find us, or maybe we can say the universe is communicating with us through that language, because that's how we understand it better, right? So Deepa believes and visits a lot of temples. She's very much inclined towards it. So she finds her wisdom through temples. Deepika might connect it with Gita. I might connect it with some books or something like that. So I think it's different for all of us. But again, as they say, right, we are all different, yet we are all one. It's kind of something like that. I don't know. So very beautiful
But
read
I haven't
actually.
visited this temple. My temple visits have started in the past 5, 6 years. Like I strongly believe in that ashrams we have in our system, right? So right
Yeah,
now I have to start that spiritual ashram in my life. So
yeah.
that's
So
it.
at
But this
least
temple
it is
which I'm mentioning, no,
positive.
Chidambaram, I haven't been there. I
Yeah,
haven't
no
visited
problem.
it.
I'm just saying that that was a beautiful share. In fact,
Yeah,
that was so amazing.
yeah, yeah.
I never
I've,
even thought that there might be a temple like that. So this
Yeah,
is
it is
very
there.
beautiful.
It is one of when you get the calling only you can visit a temple, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, जब बुलावा आता है तभी जा सकते हैं. Hmm. So I'm
So yeah,
trying
we
my
are,
best.
we all have our beliefs, right? Like, and we are somewhere like led by our beliefs. But yeah, this is very beautiful share, in fact. and I never understood this. But yeah, our Indians are very well, this thing, well placed, and I think, yeah, obviously this our Indian culture is very very deep rooted. So most of this, whatever we are reading from these books and everything, also now the base is somewhere from the India, and they come and they actually learn from us, and then they spread the knowledge in their own words. That is very much true, because I think whoever is on a spiritual journey, or any people, many people like this, they definitely make it a point of visiting to India and visiting some places and things like that. uh, so yeah, I do agree. So yeah, thank you. And all of our temples also, na, I recently read in somewhere that or I think I watched a reel or something. I just got to know that these temples are not just made, like when you go inside a temple you feel calm and peaceful and all of that, but they're not just made anywhere and everywhere. They were chosen places by the ancestors where the energy fields were very high. So they were placed in a particular. That is why there are so many restrictions. That is why you remove your chappals outside, so that the energy enters in your feet through that as you walk on the floor of the temple. So they were very thoughtfully built. Even the constructions, if we see in many places in India, they're so different. They're so profound that, and they were thoughtfully built from like thousands and thousands of years and generations to come. So that is how you get that energy from those temples, is what I just recently heard, and it's so true, right? Yeah, very true. Thank you for adding that, Deepa. This was an amazing realization and understanding for me too. Yeah, yeah. Anyone else, please, please. Sorry if we have taken a little longer on this.
Yeah. Good morning to all.
Yeah, yeah, Pranit.
Yeah. Yesterday, I have seen Virat Kohli's reel, wherein he was talking about these salads. And what he said was he would love to have salads continuously for a period of 6 months. And he told that he's devoid of all the other tasty things and all. So, yeah, me though, at the implementation part, from past 1 month, I'm having only salads during the night time. So, startingly, I didn't had much to ponder on that. But then later, what I felt was I was vibrating at a very high energy level. I mean, it was totally, I mean, my body was feeling light. And immediately after that, after continuing the yoga and all, no, I was not feeling lethargic anymore. Like I was not feeling any gross or nor lethargic anymore. Um, then I thought, oh, that's the reason why maybe Virat was also in the same plane. But then after reading the lines about how to attract the positivity into us, they were talking about the food habits as well, right? So they were telling that you shouldn't eat the sugar foods or the fat foods which vibrate at the lower energy levels. So we attract that lower energy. So I mean, at an imaginary level, I was not connected that much. But then me, after implementing this salads intake and all during the night time, had played a vital role for me, and it really works. So all these days I didn't work out much on these eating habits, but now after implementing that, I found the change. um, so you can vibrate at higher energy levels, uh, where if you eat the food which has totally come from the nature and without boiling and taking it to higher temperatures and all that. If you take it in natural form like the salads and all, we really vibrate at a higher energy level, and I've undergone this from a past 1 month. So that's the sharing I had, I mean, the takeaway from this article. Thank you all.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that. Actually, it was for me because I had been experiencing this. I had like kept myself on eating salad for like few months, and I did experience the same thing as you did. You do, but somehow I just lost it in between, and I still have this resolution of health this year. So maybe I can just go back to it. But I do remember that I felt lighter. I could feel light. I could sleep better, so there were a lot of changes in spite of eating so less, and in spite of eating like I was eating very early at 7 o'clock or something. That was my dinner, and I was eating only salad, not only maybe little bit or only soups or dals or something like that. and it really helped me. Yeah, very true. It reminded me of that days. So yeah, thank you, Pranavi.
Yeah.
Thank you for adding.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Richa, please share.
Yep, I know we are close to our closing time, but I had few shares from my recent experiences, and it's aligning very well with today's chapter. And in fact, I was talking to one of my friends this evening, and I had just mentioned it to her that how important it is, and I have been making sure, right, that I'm doing activities that uplift my consciousness. And I was talking about this whole energy field thing as well. And the whole chapter today was aligned with that. So again, as always, there is synchronicity, and nothing happens as a coincidence. Um, One of my recent experience Another recent experience was because the author was mentioning a lot about low energy environments and whatnot, right? And our friends, some of the friends here, they, again, we were meeting after a really long time, and I did not want to uh, discourage the idea of us meeting up, but they were deciding to meet up at a at a beer bar, alcohol place. And I decided that it's fine, like people wanting to drink and all of that. And of course, I have had alcohol in my life as well, but right now I'm in a space where I'm like totally into spirituality, and it's not jiving with me. So I went there, and I actually had like a ginger beer, because it's non-alcoholic, because I still wanted to have fun, and these are good friends. They are all good people who uplift again my energies and everything. So we were hanging out, and because I am reading and learning so much about astrology, and we were talking about astrology, all of us, and I could feel actually that the whole ambience there, like, because of what topic we were talking about, and how how it aligns with karma, our Hindu scriptures, and whatnot. And I'm not saying that it's specifically about religion, but more focused on karma alignment and what we are here for, our higher purpose, and all of that. And it was such a surreal feeling. So sometimes, like, I would want to say that I think people, the kind of people you are with, even if it's in a typical environment, because in the Western countries, you will have these environment where people are drinking, or just having fun. But if you are with the right people, and you are clear like what you are there for, and the kind of words you use, the kind of topics that we all are using or discussing, can raise the energy level of a very mediocre place as well. So that is one. The other thing is, this is a question actually I wanted to ask, because I'm not sure, there is like so much conflict, or conflict is not the right word. There is so much disharmony, or I'm not finding the right word, but there is no single agreement about some of these repetitive numbers. They are called as angel numbers. And ever since last year, last year, November, actually 11/11, that's when, and luckily, thankfully today, Vandana is here. She had shared a video with me, and it was about affirmations. And I think I've shared in the group as well, from Neeti Kaushik. And I have been doing those affirmations since that day, and almost every day. I'm not saying that I did it every day, but they are all very positive affirmations, right? That example being, I'm allowing unlimited access to the infinite abundance of this universe, and I have the power to create my dream life, and I'm grateful for everything the universe is providing me with. So these are the three affirmations that I have been repeating whenever I get reminded. But ever since I did that, and because it was on that date 11/11, um, and in the past 2 months or so, actually, these numbers are coming, jumping at me. Like, I'll see the clock, and now it's happening almost every day that I see 111, like at 1:11 p.m. or 11:11 a.m. And I know that a lot of people also say that they are good numbers, they are angel numbers, but I also, based on my understanding, I also feel that it indicates some transformation, like as if something is changing within you. But anyone like who has any idea, I know that in the group also, in between, someone was asking this, and I don't know if from the logical perspective, if if you see something, like because you are conscious about something, that's what you are seeing, so now I'm just more aware, or is it like a sign from my angels around me? So I just wanted some kind of input from anyone who has knowledge about these repetitive numbers.
I can add to this, but anyone else wants to add, please go on. Like first, like you can go first. Anyone have any perspective on this or would like to talk about angel numbers? Okay, I don't see anyone, so I'll just share mine. So I have been into this angel numbers very, very strongly, like not studying them or doing anything around this, but believing in it, and I do keep seeing it. Just like you, I do share it every day, almost every day. Initially, it was just 1111 or the known numbers, but recently I have that recently is also like since a few years now that I have started observing and noticing. Mostly, it will be on my phone. Sometimes in a restaurant bill or something like that. So if I find any number that is different, or if I feel this is repetitive, or this is something that I like would like to go about it, like 609, for example, or 906. Like it looks like an interesting number, or a repetition of few numbers or something like that, which I don't know if an angel number or so. This is a practice I've been started doing, and I feel this really helps me a lot. That I just go to Google and I search for that number. So if whenever I noticed a particular number, and many a times, like almost 99.99 times out of 100, I could relate with that. So whatever is the message of the number, you immediately get it from Google, like at least in a short para, or there are different articles, or even if you search in images, they tell you what's the meaning of this number. So I can resonate with it. So what
Yeah.
I believe is basically these angel numbers are this is my belief. Like this is like our angels or our guardian angels or our all of those spirits speaking and communicating with us. So it's like a message they are carrying. It sometimes it's just like they're telling you that okay, I am there with you. Or sometimes so normally, like this is now like a fun practice that we do, like whenever me, my husband, my wife, we just see this angel number together or somewhere. Like we just remind each other, see, it's 1111, and we just make a wish, or we just say thank you or something like that, just for fun. But we notice, and I feel it's also, if you want to have a logical answer, maybe logically it could be something like as they say, right? Kisi ne bola red. Bolo, like if like for example, if you close your eyes right now, and if you see, if you observe blue things, and if you close your eyes, then you'll think of all, you'll notice all the blue things in the room. And if you see, and the red, all the other red things will go a little unnoticed from your perception. So that how, like when you focus on something, you find those more of. If you're looking for a car or wanting to buy a car, you'll see that particular car on the road maximum times. It's like where your energy flows, attention goes, that kind of a thing. So that is also thing, I think that but what I believe is, because of that, we are more into awareness, and we notice them more. They're always there, but it happens at the right moment, in the right time, we notice them. We start noticing these angel numbers, or these, I call them as signs. I feel that these are signs that we are getting the message from the universe, or um, some higher power, or a higher self, or whatever you believe in, is communicating us through them. This is what I believe. So wow, that's a good sign, and I feel many people just understand. Even it happened with me also. Like we start observing these things maybe when we are at a higher vibrational level, or something is shifting in our lives. So I know that, Richa, you're just getting into astrology and all of that. So maybe some shift is just happening, and that is why you're noticing it now. So yeah,
Yeah,
just Google
I'm also
them, and just
I'm
see how much
also
you can relate with that.
no, I
So
I
basically,
did, but I did Google, but it was, very, it was high level, generic, right? So I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
but
if it is.
that is sometimes enough for us to understand, because we know what's going on in our life or what we're thinking at that point of time, right? So that's
Uh,
enough for us to correlate many a times. Like for me, at least it works. So I'm just sharing. Yeah,
yeah, no,
Pinaki
and
has to share.
also,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, I just wanted to check something because you mentioned you have seen these numbers. I also feel that I know that I am in a different frequency. I can feel it because my alignment, my preferences are changing. Um, but also I feel like emotionally also like there is a shift that's happening. Like it's bringing up some deep rooted, I think, emotions as well on the surface, which I am realizing that it's not from this lifetime. I don't know if this has happened to you, but like it's because I have like some at times physical signs in my body where I feel that it's the energy, and I don't want to sound spooky or anything, but it's just that feeling, that you feel that okay, you're emotionally in a very different state, and something is very deep rooted and it is finally coming out, and
Wow,
you
that's a
can
great
see.
thing. Because see, like you must have heard of this, that a body has a cellular memory. So there are a lot of things that are stored in our body. I don't know about past lifetimes and how we connect with that and all of that. Maybe there are people who help us with that, but at least for this lifetime, I'm sure, like, or maybe even from I don't know what earlier this thing, but we can definitely talk to our body and try to understand, and something just pops up, and I've tried this and this works beautifully, I would say. So if you can just relate with that, just try connecting with it and see if you get some answers and if they're relevant. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Mansi, do we consider like even when you see, for example, 644, right? Like, does every number have some kind of a meaning? Like, even just seeing two repeat digits, does
I
that
don't
also?
know, like, see, I'm not into numerology as such yet, but I don't know about every number, but
Yeah,
this is what
Vandana
I
knows.
do. When I feel like this number is different, like right now I'm saying 837 on my phone, like the time. So that is not like making, like, I don't know, I'm not feeling like looking for it. But sometimes there is some number that pops up and I feel, oh, this is interesting and I should go check. Then I just go check on Google. That happens. So,
Yeah.
so I'll just share one example, a very close and a very personal one. So I just recently, like few of you must be aware that I lost a sister. She was a cousin sister, and she got cancer, and it was a very tragic story that happened with her. So she delivered a baby, and within a month's time, we lost her. So it was, and she was just 32 years or 33 years old, and she was very fine. Like everything happened in like few months, like 6 7 months, and everything changed in her and basically our life. So when she was admitted in the hospital room, and when I went to visit her, that was almost a second last day or something when I went to visit her in the hospital. So I don't know the number of the room. She was just shifted from one room, which was on, I think, second or third floor, to some other room, to the room on the eighth floor, for maybe because her condition was getting a little worse. So I don't know. Looking at the number, I don't remember the exact number. It was 809 813, something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but whatever the number was, I don't know. I just felt a strong inclination from inside to just go look for that number. So it was not a known number. It was nothing, but I just looked for it, and as I said, I just looked for the number, and on Google, and the number said the end. The message that came in Google about that number, it said like it's the end of something. So the moment I read it, my heart really sank very deep. So it was like, I don't know, like obviously when someone is such a state, when you know that there is no hope, obviously it was very shattering, and I was just praying secretly that maybe this should be the end of a suffering. But yeah, it was the end of a suffering in a different way. And it did turned out the same. So what the meaning was given for that number, that's how the reality happened. Like we couldn't like she was no more. Like maybe she left her body because on a spiritual level it was a good thing maybe, but whatever. But that's what I just this is a very different share because uh this is how I do it. Like I just play with it. I just try to seek universal messages through it. So whatever it is,
Yeah.
and I just
Yeah.
check if it's like how we do with cards, right? We have this tarot cards or other cards. You just take a card, and when you believe that these are just a medium for the universe communicating with you, they just communicate with you through all sorts of things, like through book pages, through a post, or uh, through a reel that just pops up, or through a message that keeps repeating in a day, through a number, whatever different mediums, I would say. But I believe, so I do pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah, because like today also, like we ended on, and I two times paid attention to the page number 77, and that's for spirituality, that number.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
I think,
I just ignore what I never like. Sometimes I feel like looking for a number, I look for it at that moment. If it relates, I ponder upon it. If it doesn't, I leave it. I'm
yeah.
just very open to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but thank you for sharing your experience. That was, I know it was a difficult share, but also very insightful, and how you processed it, I think is also wonderful. I think Vandana was also sharing something because I know she knows about numbers. She has learned
Yeah,
something about
Vandana, then please
numerology.
add.
Yeah,
Yeah, please
yeah.
share some.
I shared in the group, and that random number which I was telling. Now I feel there is a concept of progressive numbers. If it is 234 or 456, so that
Hmm.
is the indication that you are on a right path. And there is again a school of belief which says that whenever you see these numbers, you wait for a while, and what are you thinking or what are you doing, you see, and you take it as a sign from your angels that you are going correct, your path is correct, and you will manifest good things. So,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so that is there, and I have shared a small picture in the group for specific numbers. Yes,
Oh
thank you.
wow, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Vandana. Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, because
So
I
the
I heard about these sequence numbers, and then I also heard about 369, because that's a
yeah,
very good
that's a
frequency
big
with
Yeah,
number.
I actually thought of telling about this number, which is called as Nikola Tesla number. It is
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
very much near to the universe kind of thing. And I don't know, in my life, nine keeps attracting my husband in one or the other way. So my villa number is
My
also
husband's
234.
phone number is 369, the last
Oh,
digits. And
oh.
he is the one who told me like this is a special number or something like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
was specially always inclined towards 9, and
Okay.
somehow it connects with me. But
Mm-hmm.
now recently I've started paying more attention to 369 together after reading that, after listening to that Nikola Tesla's video and all of
Yeah,
that.
it has a logic something like, it should be divisible by 3, the total addition after that. So actually, my villa number is also 234. I mean, I can't say that I believe it or not believe it, but I'm not much into this numerology and all that. But the relatives who have come to my home, they told that 2, 3, 4 are like rising numbers. Like it's sequence 2, then 3, then 4.
Wow, yeah.
And then again, addition of it will give you the total number 9. And it is again divisible by 3. So
Wow, that's
these all
superb.
things I seriously don't know.
And
But
you
then
must have
when
experienced this in your life too, right? Since
absolutely,
you shifted in
absolutely.
that house or something.
Yes, yes. But after entering
Yeah.
into the house, the moment I moved, all around, I felt it like it was that place was vibrating at a beautiful and a higher energy level. In fact, I told to my husband too, and he was not much into this condition rather, but somehow this 9 attracts him. Wherever he goes, his apartment number or the number of floors or the number of flats and all, whatever it is, the total would be 9. And we would never chase for that number as such, but somehow
That happened
accidentally
with
it
me too,
happens.
yeah. 9
Yeah.
something, it correlates somewhere
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Now I try to correlate also at times whenever it's in my possibility. Otherwise, yeah, I do connect.
They
My
say,
life path
right?
number is
Like,
9, so maybe
nice.
because of that.
Yeah, and my life path number is 11. So
My
11.
life path number is 9 when you actually like I think sum up the full date, and my birth date number, like the first two digits of the birth date is 11. So 29,
Ah,
na? So 29th of
ah,
Jan. So just 29 comes to 11, something like that.
ah.
So I'm curious about these things.
And
I'm
Yeah.
anyways curious about most of the things, so that is why I just go check, Google, read, just research a little bit about something that just interests me. And many a times the facts are very interesting, like to know, like if we keep an open mind,
Yes.
there's so
And
many
nine,
things.
actually, nine, they say in numerology also that like it's kind of like an end. You are like completing the whole circle, right?
See, in tarot, na, the book, I have a book of tarot in which they say that 9 is a number in that it's mentioned that is a number of accomplishment. So basically,
Yeah,
the description is such that 10 can be completion. Like for example, even this is example given over there that if 10 is completion or getting certificate of a course, then 9 is actually accomplishing of all the knowledge from the course. So basically,
Hmm.
9 is a closure. 9 is basically the end, that you have it all and you have understood it all and kind of something like that. And 10 is basically like a certificate, just a certificate. Like
Yeah,
otherwise,
nice.
it's just a closure to it. But 9 is
Yeah.
basically completion of a journey. And if you see in the universal this thing context also, 9 there is this one thing called the golden rule. I don't know if you are aware of that. There is this golden galaxy, something, I don't know. There is this golden rule. We use it in logo designing and things like that. Design also, it has a very big importance in any kind of design, architectural design or logos, or even logos people apply it and many places. So there is this golden rule of design, and that if you just go research about it, it says that everything in the universe is basically designed from that context, like the golden rule, where it's like a galaxy format, where everything starts from one point and it just goes out, 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 and then again it comes in. It's something like that. And 9 is a number like that. 9, 6, these are the numbers which actually, if you see, there is no end to them and they will never interject. So it's basically like it's like a spiral, a upward spiral kind of a thing. So so it's like it also replicates the galaxy, the universal this thing. If I think even the planets are orbited in the similar way or something like that. So there is a bigger connection to these numbers. And 9, if you see in even in the number table of 9 or everything boils down to 9 again. So if you just add all the
Yeah.
digits in the table of
Yes.
9, it
Yep.
again comes to 9. So it's like a magical universal number. So if we can just go check and research about it, we'll find a lot of interesting things around it. So
Yes. This
it is
year,
a special number.
it is that this year is number nine, right? Like if you
Yeah,
add
yeah. This
digits,
year is number 9. The total of
but
2025 comes to 9. So it is a spiritual year. It
so
is
yeah, and like year of accomplishments, as you said, because and it's also aligned with, so because I'm learning astrology, like number nine is the ruling planet is Mars, because that that energy, right? Like you,
yeah. So even
yeah,
they're saying, like recently I'm just finding some videos, they're talking about that March, there are some shifts going to happen in the month of March, and it's a very good month or something
yes,
something. I'm just recently
Saturn.
finding some reels
Yeah,
around that.
Saturn is moving into Pisces. Like Saturn on 29th March. Saturn is moving, changing its Rashi or zodiac. And this happens only once in 2.5 years, right? Saturn stays in a Rashi for 2.5 years. That's why it's a big
Okay.
thing. And then in May, and this year itself is big because then in May, Jupiter is changing its Rashi. And then eventually Rahu and Ketu are also changing. So that's why, like, lot of big changes you will see in the world.
But me, though, knowingly or unknowingly, without referring any books or any logic, I somewhere feel connected that seven is like more of, universal related to nature, because Sapta Swaras, Sapta
Yes,
Nadulu,
yes.
all is
Seven
seven.
chakras we have, they say, in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
body.
Somewhere
Seven
I feel
colors in the
connected, but
rainbow.
it's not the question of
Yeah,
lucky or unlucky. But then I feel that there is something hidden meaning in that.
Yes.
yeah.
It is a
Yeah,
spiritual,
seven,
I think
nine.
spirituality
All these
wise, it's
numbers have their
considered.
own
Yeah,
importance. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Seven is also a very good number. Yeah. I have heard of it a lot.
So my husband, he keeps attracting number seven, like, in like unintentionally, completely unintentionally. And then when I'm looking at his charts or even numerologically, right, everything comes to seven for him.
I don't know about attracting, but my husband, I think his number is seven, something like that. Like his life path number is seven, or something like that is seven about him. My daughter is nine. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Must be some relation.
But
And
it's interesting to read about this. Like, of course, I don't want to get too hung up on the
in fact, all
numbers.
numbers, like it's not like we need not be partial towards something. All numbers, right from 0 to 9 or even 10, or we can say 10, 11, like 11 is a master number, they say, na? Something 22, 11 or
Yes.
something like that. So all
Yes.
of these are interesting and they have their own this thing. Even number 1, it's like the number of winners and all of that. Mostly if you see that people who are winners are on the dates of number 1 and 2, like who are very accomplished in
Mm.
their life or something. So every number have their own this thing. Number 4, or I don't know, like maybe 3 is a
Yes.
number of growth. Every number is has its own importance. So numerology is a big thing. We are not aware of it, but yeah, it's very huge as a science also. And all
Yep.
of our dates and everything, like even our calendars and everything, are based on these studies. It's
Mm.
only that we are not aware of these things. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
recently there was just I think last year or something, there was this one video circulating, like how the calendar, the Jan to December calendar is actually also a transition of some Indian scientist, like Indian gurus or something. They actually did this, right? They had done some research, and based on that study from some Indian scriptures, they derived it that actually the even the Western calendar is actually derived from an Indian root, something like that. I don't know. There was a proper video around it. So what are the numbers? What are the birthday? Like how it is. How the months got formed, how the 24-hour got formed, how it is all got created and everything. That's a deeper study involved in one of the ancient scriptures from India. So I don't know, we as we said today also, right, like in the beginning, like we have a lot of knowledge in us, like India as such, and then it's all spreaded out in a different way. So yeah. So yeah, beautiful discussion, different discussion apart from the book, but yeah, a little
Yes.
yeah, very
I know it
insightful,
was
interesting.
talking about frequency, vibrations, all of that, and I have been thinking about this for a really long time. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Chalo then, let's actually just two of us left now. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I
So
was
shall
just
we close?
taking
You want to
I was
take
just
notes or
taking
something?
yeah,
Okay.
I was just taking the notes. I mean I copied
I
it.
haven't taken anything today. So you want me to take something as a summary or something?
I don't know if reading wise it like took everything, because I was initially on my mobile, and then I switched on my computer, as but I'm not sure if it, I mean I got a summary of the reading part and just now of the shares as well, but the reading part, I think it was focusing mainly on where did it go?
So I think what Rajesh did, na Richa, what he did was, I think he used to put the PDF pages that we read that particular day on AI, and he used to get summary from that on Chat GPT or something like that. So I think that was
Wow.
also good
Yeah, I
idea and
have done
practice. So
that.
maybe
I
what
have
we
done
can
that.
do, maybe what we can do now, like just a thought, that for the reading part we can take summary from there, because it will be, I think, easy and quick, and we can ask Rajesh help about how to do it if need be. And for the discussion part we can do it your way, like taking
Yeah, no,
notes
actually,
from the
the
air
reading part
and
also,
club them too.
reading part also usually it does a good job because I like to keep it simple, right? I use the same interface so that I don't have to check
Yeah, yeah.
the place. But sometimes, like I think past couple of days, I feel like it's not capturing everything from the reading. It's only taking like I mean, it did take some from the reading today, but it focused mainly on this thing, like all of the high energy environments and all of that, right? That the author was talking about different ideas. But like the starting part, I don't think it took anything from that, which is fine. I think for today it's fine. But yeah, I might try doing
No,
that if I.
also one more thing what I felt is what we can think about is maybe not like not an immediate thing, but just from the long term perspective, maybe when we have our core meeting or something like that, we can decide about how to what to do with these things, like how to compile these things together. So
Hmm.
Rajesh had some suggestion, right? Like let's just keep them compiled together. So when we go back to just refer notes or something, 6 months or 1 year or few years down the
Yeah,
line, we get it
yeah.
as a data. Like we just go through them and we get it like a revised thing for us.
Right.
So
No,
something like that.
so
So
the way I am saving it is in PPT. So it's a PPT PowerPoint slide deck basically, right? So it can
okay.
become a whole summary and you can change it into PDF also.
So maybe what we can do at the end of every book, we can share that PPT as a proper PPT version of that
Yes.
book, a summarized
Yes. But
version
I don't know
in
if
the
we want
group,
to
or
do
keep it
that,
with us.
like, do we want to do that with the group as well? Because not everyone is active over there. So maybe,
Yeah, I think that's fine, right? It's okay. Like
okay.
we'll just share. This thing, even I have a question mark, because I think 70-80% are inactive. So, and
Ah,
even of the ones who are active are not like regular for the group reading at least. So I
hmm.
don't know, and I'm not even aware of what are the others in the group. Like, are they even reading anything else or not? So I was just thinking if we can just take a small survey, like we can just have a questionnaire designed, a small one, like just few questions, and just get a little idea about each member of the group, like what are they here for and what are they actually interested in. Like I'm
Yeah.
okay with people not joining for the group reading, but at least they should be reading, right? Like because we are here, like
Yeah.
or at least learning or doing something in this area. Otherwise, it makes no sense. The
Yeah, so
purpose is
we
not.
can create a Google form, right? Yeah, a
Yeah,
Google form.
we'll work on that. That is what I'm thinking next. And also now, since it's just two of us, what I'm thinking is let's work on that this thing now about that graph that you have created, the tracker. At least
Yes.
with the ones who have like the paid ones, let's start with them, and then we'll decide what to do, like depending on our experience about how it's helping others and all of that. Let's start using it. It's what I want to say. You've already
Yes.
given me access now, so I can try exploring it. I have not
I
tried.
don't, yeah, but I think I had created different versions also, so I don't know which one I had shared with you. So yeah, let me take a look at it. I'll try to do that tomorrow. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
late. It's
anytime.
like already 10:30, almost 10:30. So I will take a look at it and I will also share with you. Yeah, but the paid thing, like the individual, because that individual tracker thing, right? Mainly it
You
was
are
about that.
okay, right? You are okay
Yeah.
with sharing it with
Yes,
everyone in the
yes.
group, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, with the paid members, I don't want to give it to every, like those 80, 12, 100 members because it's not going to be valued, right?
no, I'm talking about the paid only,
Yeah.
paid
So I
members,
can,
or
yeah.
yeah.
So I think I can,
And if someone is interested and ask for it, like I don't know how will they will know or something, but just in case, just asking it, if someone asks for it and who's not paid, do we tell them to pay and then get it, or what do we do? Like,
no,
or
we
we
can
just
just,
don't.
yeah, we can just tell them, right, that it's a paid member feature. That's it.
Okay, okay, cool. We can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
because
let's
then
start
people,
making use of it, is what I feel, because we are already in the month of March. So if we
yes.
want to track this year, then we won't get time otherwise if we take more time.
Yeah, but that one, like they are going to use it on their own. So we are not going to track it for them, right? They
Yeah,
have to,
we don't have to, but then we give it to them and we actually show them na how to use it, like
huh,
how to actually make changes. Because even I don't know. I
yes,
have not tried it yet.
yes,
So I'll
yes,
have to also go check if I can change values, if the chart is changing and how, like I'll have to explore it. So that I
yes,
have not done yet. So I'll have to do it. So that's what, like I think one introduction will be needed, like for everyone,
yes.
to
And I
make
have
them aware,
already
like this is
included
what
some
we.
steps. I haven't, I, if I remember right, I had included some instructions so that it's a little self-explanatory. But of course, as you said, it might require like, that self-effort also to explore. And then if they have questions, then we can have I can have a session also to just explain very quickly. That we can do. But yeah, what I'll do, right, is let me look at it tomorrow, and then I will share it with you for sure. I'll give you the link so you can explore it. Maybe tomorrow, like, or like for you, it will be tonight, maybe this
Yeah,
evening or
yeah.
something.
Whenever you share it, just message me, then I'll look into it. Or you can
Yes,
just straight away send me the link so I can just go check that link.
yes, that's
Whatever.
what. Yeah, that's what I will do. Yeah, yeah.
You have
Okay.
my email ID, na? You can mail it to me in that case if you want.
I don't know if I have it, but yeah, irrespective. Yeah, I
I'll
think I
just
have,
send it
right?
to you.
Because
I'll just
I have,
send it to you.
yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, because I think I had shared with you before also. Yeah, so I might have your ID, but yeah, good that you shared.
There
Okay,
are
so
two, three IDs which are in operation, so I'm not aware which one do you have. Anything you send it on is okay with me, but I use different IDs for different purposes, for different business type. Like one, if I have a business design related stuff, then I use a different ID. If one is
yeah,
it's for coaching, so that way. So I don't
okay,
know. I'll just share one or two, or like whichever ones are relevant to this with you, and then you
yes,
can. Or I'll share the personal one which I'm using currently with you, and then you
okay,
can share it on that. Yeah.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay, no problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Good night. Take care. It's
All
late, and
right.
let's see how we can work on this time. Today also we forgot to keep time. And also one more thing, yeah, just wanted to share with you. Most of the time, na, for the morning sessions, I make you the co-host because I'm taking notes and all. I don't know who else would be interested. But just a reminder, like sometimes what happens when I leave the room, it happens, right? Come sometimes when I have to leave and you are there at the end. So I'll just want to tell you that please take it as your responsibility to close the room,
I
because
do. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do, but maybe someone else might just forget or something like that. I'm just saying, like sometimes it happens that we just leave na, and we don't
Nahin, but
close.
I end, like if I am a host, then I end, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe then it might have happened
end.
once when you may not be the host, or I must have left
Ah.
without making you host, or something like that must have happened. I don't
Yeah,
remember,
because if I am
but
not the
because
host, then I can't end the meeting for
yeah, then
everyone.
it must be my mistake. Must be, but I don't know because I was not aware of that. But what happened once, I'm just sharing with you that recently we just made this YouTube this thing na, where we are sharing this live on YouTube. So what
Hmm.
happened? One of the recording stayed for like 7 hours, and it took like a morning recording, and there was this blank in between, and there was this afternoon recording, and then it was closed when the afternoon room was closed now. So at
Ach-
the starting and the end, so I don't know why it happened, because we are using the same link, right? So
Ah,
then it is, if we don't, this is what even we understood then, because we are also not aware of it. But I think if we don't close the room now, the room stays open till the
ah,
afternoon session, and then all both the sessions gets clubbed in the recording. So that
alright.
could be a problem. So now we have to be extra careful. I will do it, but I'm just telling you that if I fail to do it, you also
Yes,
pay
yes.
attention.
I will also. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. And so all of the, like, even today's was being recorded and it was live, like on,
Yeah, yeah,
it
we are
was
doing it all
unlisted.
live. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we are putting it. So right now also it is live. If you go on YouTube B Club channel, I think the link that Saurabh has shared yesterday, you'll see it will be live streaming. All of this is live now. But the only
Oh,
thing is, I'm not sure time because two reasons. Conscious and yeah, just so that people also like it's not like very obvious. So
yeah,
whoever
yeah.
is making use of it can make use of it. Whoever is specially not able to join for the sessions and
Uh-huh.
really are interested to be part of it or all, they can make use of it. It's not like we're going to promote it or anything, but it's just for convenience. And even for
Okay.
us, like if we get some good something good wonderfully shared, and if we ever want to get back to it or extract it, make use of it. Everything, just to keep it with us.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
anytime. Also, we can also check one more thing, na Richa, that if we can take the notes from that recordings also.
Ah,
So that will also be easy for us rather than like then we can just put that recordings on some AI or something like that, and we can just get notes from that. So we should explore that option also.
yeah, so I have tried that with some other YouTube videos in the past, like whatever I was using to learn. Not all of them, like, it's the AI platforms, like some of them, they say that some videos they are not able to access. I don't know why, but some they provide a good summary. So I don't know if there is like a setting or something that some
Maybe there is some
users,
setting, but for
yeah,
us we are not putting any setting as such. So maybe for us it might work. So I
yeah,
think I'm just saying because if that is easier, we can go with that option, no? Like
huh,
rather than doing it in the group, we can later do it on from the videos, something like that. Let's see. We'll figure this
yeah.
out eventually.
Yes, yes, yes. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Good
All
night. Bye
right.
bye. Take care. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You have a good day. Bye.
Same to you. Yeah.